This is Monty with Build Brothers Roofing and Solar. Started my digital inspection. We're at a property in the Chula Vista area, and we're actually on the back house. So the reason why we got called out was mainly for this flat section, but want to point out the rest of the roof while I'm up here, just to get a full inspection. Now, what we're looking at here is a architectural asphalt shingle roof, and you can start to see that shine on the shingle tabs. That's that fiberglass starting to show through. The reason why this happens is over time, when that material begins to bake in the sun for years and years, those oils begin to evaporate, the material dehydrates, and those granules start to fall off. So that's when we're starting to see that shiny fiberglass showing through. And the shingle is very aged. We have, again, a ton of granule loss. See the ridge caps starting to break open, and we have a ton of exposed nail heads. There's quite a few on this roof, so that's an indication that this roof is currently leaking. There's a bunch going on back here, so I'll try to make it quick. We have 2 skylights, and we have this raised part as well. It's relatively in the same condition as this portion. We do have roof to wall flashing, but we have no counter flashing along the roof to wall junction. Now for this back portion, what we have is modified bitumen torch down material with elastomeric coating, and there's multiple layers on this part. So for the first layer, there's actually rotted out plywood, ton of rotten wood that'll need to get replaced, and then we have another layer stacked on top of that with newer fresh plywood, and then we have this layer of roofing material. So that's why you can't see the roof to wall flashing on this part, because it's actually stacked up and it's buried underneath all that material. So ideally, what we're going to recommend is replacing this full thing. It's all gone past its life expectancy. I know we're mainly focusing on the back flat portion, but ideally we want to replace all this material and prevent any future leaks. All right. So order of operation, we're going to tear this down to the wood decking, address any rotten wood that needs to get replaced. We can't determine the amount that needs to get replaced until we actually take off this old material, but we can expect a hefty amount of wood replacement, right? Including there. We can see these rafter tails starting to stick out, and those will most likely need to get replaced. Now, we're an Owens Corning preferred contractor, so these shingles come with a 50-year product manufacturer's warranty from Owens Corning, and we actually back that with a lifetime workmanship. For the back portion, we're going to recommend a TPO product. TPO is a synthetic material. It's used on a lot of commercial buildings. It does a superior job at resisting water intrusion, does a very good job long term against the UV rays, so it keeps the area cool and prevents algae growth. So you can see a little bit of ponding right there. TPO is going to have no problem keeping that water out. So that's what we're going to recommend for the back portion. And another thing to keep in mind is the access, right? This is in the back of the house, so there's not that much access besides this portion right here. So what we're gonna have to do most likely is a drop and carry for materials. So definitely want to keep that in mind. And yeah, I will get this out to the owner. Thank you.